Oh. Okay, so this is Mr. Amete, and you're welcome to the live class of today. Apologies, we had a slight network. Okay, so this is Mr. Amete, and you're welcome to. We're on now, so you're all welcome. If you're in class, please quickly just indicate that you're in class. And okay, no one says greetings. Yes, if you can hear me, please just say yes loud and clear. So let's go on with it. Today's class is supposed to be a long one, but because of this time, I need to cut it short. But today we're looking at web scraping. For those of us new to data analytics, you're welcome. For our existing students and members of the community, you're all welcome. Today we're looking at an interesting topic called web scraping. And the whole idea of web scraping is we have data on a website, and it is wrong to go to a website and then copy a table as a data analyst. Instead, there are tools in different platforms, including Excel. Interestingly, we're using Excel today, that you can use to get that data from that website. The beautiful thing is now Excel will automatically create a connection with that website. So whenever there is an update on that on the data on the website, if you come to Excel and just click the refresh button, automatically the data is updated. So that's what we're looking at today. The topic for today is called web scraping. How do you get data from a particular website and use it for your analysis? And one key data we'll look at today, we'll look at the FIFA World Cup finals history. We can look at other data sets, but let's use this one and see the speed we can. Yes, okay, somebody said, I never thought you can do web scraping with Excel. Yes, you can do web scraping with Excel from Excel 2016. But the thing is, in Excel 2016, the data will come as a dirty data. So, but in Excel 2019, 2021, that was corrected. So the data comes in as clean data. So let's start the process immediately. We'll start the class. Please, as you come in, just indicate so that we know how many persons are in class, and I can give a shout out to you as you come in. And I'm getting straight to my Excel and straight to the website. We're getting straight to it immediately. So if you're in class, just indicate that you're in class. Okay, so I'm sharing my entire screen. So let me bring up this. So we want to get data from FIFA World Cup finals history. So we just need details about the World Cup finals. Now, with what we are doing now, the idea is to motivate you to, in Africa, they just finished the AFCON Cup, and you can check the website and take that data and analyze it and come up with a dashboard, come up with your analysis. It will be interesting for you to do that. So for today's one, we want to look at FIFA World Cup finals history. There are many websites that have details about FIFA. So we're looking for a website that has the details in table format. So that's one thing with web scraping. Now, for you to be able to scrap to get the data from a website, it must be in table format. So let's click on Wikipedia. Okay, now we're in Wikipedia list of FIFA World Cup finals. Let's see. Okay, so we have this is what we mean by the data must be in table format. Okay, we have from 1930, that was when they played the first World Cup, and up to 2022. Good. Argentina, France. We have this data here. So what we do after web scraping, in cleaning and working on this data, we'll be able to determine how many World Cups did they win using extra time or using penalty. The countries that have won the World Cup the highest number of times, which country has played host the highest number of times also, and we also check some other details that we can get from this quick analysis. So to scrap this data from this website, what we simply need is the URL, meaning the web address. So the URL, the Uniform Resource Locator, is the address of the website, and that is what we have here. So we'll just copy it. So I click on it and then click on copy. So I've copied the URL. Now let's go to our Excel. Open a new Excel. Please, if you can hear me, just say loud and clear. You know, my picture is not on the screen, so let me be on the same page with you. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type loud and clear. Okay, so now in Excel, we have our Excel open. Let me bring up my bars complete. Okay, yes, loud and clear. Thank you for that feedback. Okay, so in Excel, this is my Excel. So open your Excel. The first thing, you need to go to the website. You want to scrap the data, and you need to copy the URL. In this case, we're using FIFA World Cup Finals history from Wikipedia website. We've copied the URL. We come to Excel and we go to data. When we click on data, if you're using Excel 2019, you will see a new query here. If you click new query, you will see the option to get it. So in 2021, which is the Excel I'm using, I can click from web and it will work. But let me show something similar to what you see in 2019. So in 2019, click the arrow by get data. And then what you need to do, you go to from other sources. So this is how it looks in 2019. You see new query. When you click on it, you see from other sources, and you will see from web. It will bring out a box asking you to paste the URL. So this is the box, and I Ctrl V to paste the URL, and I say OK. If this is your first time connecting to the website, it will ask you to bring out one extra box and ask you to connect and do one or two things. But if you have been to this website before, you may not necessarily go through this additional process. Number one. Number two, throughout the period of you working on the data, it is advisable your internet should be on, so that because you're working with data directly from the web, when you're through doing the cleaning and transformation, you can then disconnect. Okay, so in today's class, before the class, we've been having network issues. That's what we've been trying to sort out. It's still pending. So while this is giving me this interesting reaction, I'll keep 1 minute for one or two questions. Please, can we, for those in the class, you can ask one or two questions. Let me use it to buy time while this is loading. It's strange this evening, but it will come up. Okay, any question in the platform, you can ask one or two questions. Let me use that to buy time. Wow, that really took time. It's not supposed to take this long. The network is interesting this evening, but we will still do what we have to do. So this is it. Now, this is our Power Query Navigator. The Excel went through the entire website and it captured all the tables. So on that particular Wikipedia page, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables. So we have to look which one has the data we're looking for. So we click the tables in turn. Good. So list of FIFA World Cup finals. This is the table we're looking for. We have the data here. So we just click transform data. So this is the data. We have the data in our query. We want to edit the data. So I can simply click close and load. Let's just see the data first before we start the cleaning process. So just to confirm that we can get data, you can do web scraping with Excel. So this is it. We just scrapped this data from that website. As it is, this particular data set is connected to the website. Whenever they do any edits on that website, or they update the data, or they add one or two, maybe 2026 World Cup, they now add the winners and all that. Immediately we come to this button and click refresh, the data will also be updated here. Okay, Manuel asked a question. For 2021 Excel users, we are to click from web after copying the URL. Yes, after copying the URL, you can just click from web, it will still work. If you go to get data, then from get data, you go to other sources and click from web, it will still work. Okay, so we have this data. Now that's how to scrap this data. Now let's do a little of cleaning. Let's prepare this data. I'll work with us to prepare this data. Then you can use it for your analysis. So we'll click on the data sets, we'll click on query, and we'll click on edit. This will take us back to Power Query where we want to do the editing. Okay, so we have the information about the year, we have information about the winners, score, runners up, and the different information that we need. Okay, so while this is up, I'll give us room to ask questions. What and what will you want us to do with this data? If I have two quick objectives, I'll build on it so that it's as interactive as it can be. Okay, so let's start the cleaning. For this, in this particular data, we can use we use the year as our primary key, and since we will not do any aggregation on the year, like we will not do 1950 plus 1954 or 1954 minus 1950, we will not do such. So we'll change the data type to text. Change the data type here to text. Replace current. Okay, and we will exclude 2026 because it's not part of the data. So click on the filter and go to 2026, filter it. So that's how to remove unwanted columns. Now the number of World Cups so far is 22, so the number is correct, 22 World Cups. The name of the winners, we have the names of the country. Then if we come to these other points, we have the score. The score, and we have in the score, if we check, we have AET, that is matches that ended with finals that ended with extra time, and PN, finals that ended with penalty. So we need to separate this. We can separate this using we can extract the first three characters, meaning we have 4-2. So that gives us 3 characters. We can do that. Or we can use this other tool called we can use text to we can split by delimiter. So if we click on this particular score, we go to add column and we click on extract. We can say first characters, and in this box we can say split the first 3 characters for us to separate this. So we have the scores. So this now becomes more like our score sheet. So we can work with that as our score sheet. That is one option. Another option you can use to split this, you can use delimiter, or you can use number of characters. If we right click on this and we'll say split this, and we'll say number of characters, you can say split by the first 3 number of characters, and we'll say split only once. So we select once from far left as possible, and we click OK. You can see we have the scores in this particular sheet. So we can call this scores. Good. Then when we come to these other sheets, firstly, we can trim it to remove there's a space before. So we go to transform and we trim it. Then the AET, the number of characters is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me bring it down here so that we can count. This is 1, 2,